One day, Percy was pulling a heavy goods train bound for Tidmouth. He had to wait at a station until Henry passed by with a passenger train. Henry was late, but Percy didn't mind. The sun was shining. At last, Henry came.
"I'm sorry I'm late," Henry panted. "I had to wait for ages for the connection on the other railway." "Do you know," he went on, "that they have goods trains on the other railway that don't have brakevans? It doesn't seem right, does it? I'm glad to see that you've still got yours."
The signal dropped, and Henry thought he'd better get going.
"I must make up for lost time. Can't stay around and talk all day."
And Henry puffed importantly away. Percy was intrigued. "A goods train with no brakevan?" Later, Percy told his driver what Henry had said. Percy's driver laughed and explained. "The goods trains on the other railway have special brakes, like on passenger trains, and Henry's flying kipper. They don't need brakevans. They have special brakes. Your trucks only have couplings, so they need brakevans. In case a coupling snaps, you know what silly things trucks are. They did it to James on Gordon's Hill." "Pah!" scoffed Percy. He thought he knew better than James. "They only did that to James because he was careless. I know how to handle my trucks. What's good enough for the other railway is good enough for me. I don't need a stupid old brakevan." "Don't be so daft," snorted his driver. But Percy took no notice. It would have been better if he had. Next morning, Percy was shunting trucks to the harbor near the big station. He was just completing his train by coupling up to the brakevan when the shunter's attention was distracted. The shunter thought that he had coupled the brakevan to the train, but he hadn't. The guard blew his whistle, and Percy snorted away, hoping to get a good run at the hill. The guard waved and shouted, "Stop, Percy!" But Percy was too busy climbing the hill to notice he had left him behind. The jerk had weakened a coupling, and as Percy snorted up the hill, it made it even weaker. And with all the strain, it broke. On, yelled the trucks as they raced down the hill. Luckily, the guard saw the trucks coming toward him. He scrambled to the brake handle, screwed the brakes on, and blew his whistle and jumped out just in time. The van screeched as it was pushed along, but the truck's mad rush was halted. But Percy and his driver didn't realize that they'd lost part of their train. Eventually, the firemen realized that they'd lost the last 4 trucks of their train. "Phew," said Percy's driver as they cleared up the mess. "You see, Percy, brakevans have their uses after all." And Percy had to admit his driver was right.